Hi, let's do the dishes, or you do whatever you feel like today. Welcome to my windy kitchen. Those of you who've been here longer know that this, whatever that is, the thing that sucks the air out of this kitchen because there's no window, as you can see, makes a lot of noise. Today is the perfect example of waking up on the wrong foot or with the word foot. I don't know if that is a German saying just translated in English, or if you know this as well. But it means that if you're waking up with the wrong foot, is like, or on the wrong foot, is you kind of, the start was bad, or you was in a bad mood, or something didn't go your way in the morning. For me, it was more like, I feel like I laid weirdly in the night. So now I have this ongoing, never had this before, a little bit of dizziness when I move in certain directions, and I'm a little slow and stiff. I don't want to hear anybody commenting on me getting older. Even though you probably wouldn't have, and now you do. But the dishes wait for nobody. I mean, technically they do wait, because they cannot go anywhere. But I mean, you know what I mean, right? You gotta do it, you slowly get back into it. And if it takes longer, I get, chiropractor to adjust stuff again. So all good here. Just a little bit slower, maybe the motivation you need today to, it's not always bring your best performance or bring no performance at all. The middle. Life is also about the middle part, the days where you show 50%, 30%, 70, 10, as long as you do a thing, accomplishment. Accomplishment? What was that? As long as you do things right, it's no matter how fast you do them. Little progress every day is what makes the marathon. I don't know. I have no good saying today. My English is not Englishing, but I hope you get what I want to say. And yeah, it's Monday. I'm recording this on the day you see it. Hopefully. Maybe you see it later, then that doesn't work, but on a Monday. And yeah. What could I have done? I could have went back to bed and not work, but what? Not an option. Gotta show up today too. But this is not the main topic of today. These didn't really get clean, so they get a second round. Last week a lot of things happened. Now I had a weekend just to myself. Gaming, friends, watching a movie. I watched the Dungeons and Dragons movie. I wanted to watch it for a while. A friend told me about it, or I wanted to watch it, and a friend I knew she watched it, so talked with her, and she also said it's a good watch, and I can confirm that. If you like D&D, obviously even more. But even without that, it's just a movie that works. Cute little movie. Like one of these movies where you have a beginning and an ending. You don't feel like this is a big franchise where you have to watch 16 more movies, Marvel, to understand the whole universe, or, X-Men in particular. And then there's time skips and you don't know, this is just one movie, start to finish, gets a thumbs up. But one other thing I wanted to talk about, because I wanted to say, nothing happened, not a lot of things happened last week, It was a very regular week, streaming, videos, not a lot of insane viral videos, just the normal and trusted and loving people in the comments. So a little bit more time to also read a few DMs here and there and just connect better. And but nothing outstanding happening that I could talk to you about. So today is more like talking about like it's the typical talk, the typical roommate talk. When you see each other and you just talk about a week, what happened? Not that much. But did you know about this and that? I heard this and that. What do you think about this and that? And also, but I watched a lot of TikTok. When I have free time, I also use social media more, just to give myself, I take the time to be like, okay, now I don't do anything else, just mindlessly scrolling, without feeling bad about it, without having something else to do that I would otherwise postpone or miss out on. And so no judging, no judge mental zone, swipe zone. And the algorithm was algorithming. And I saw a lot of nice clips, but also one where I kind of got a little bit lost in the males do this and females do this. And this specifically now is for the what's it called? The male-female debate, which is on social media. But as we all know, there's more in between. So, don't feel offended by that. We know that the internet sometimes lags a little bit in that department. But this was this typical conversation, and there was it's typical podcast setting. There's a podcast setting with video, and then they say something. And it gave me like a thought. When I see these videos, I kind of don't connect with them. Maybe that's a good thing, I feel like. Because she said, well, whenever somebody is over to an apartment where she lives with her boyfriend, or her friends live with their boyfriends, the boyfriends never never apologize for how messy the place looks. When somebody comes over and you go in, the first thing you say is, oh, sorry for the mess, I cleaned a bit, but here and there, and blah, blah, blah. And then the other person says, no worries. And then they know it's a little messy, but it's okay because the host told them about it. I guess that's how it goes. And I lived in different situations in an apartment, right? Alone, roommates, etc., etc. And I do think, and I did this all the time, right? I always said, even though no matter who lived with me, I said, here. But I also said, when it was right, that this is from my roommate. Because I don't take the blame all the time. I take the blame for the stuff I do, right? Or I made mess of. And so what I want to say is, I think that often depends on, how much time has a person lived alone, or how much chores did they have to do. Because I feel like you learn a lot in different stages of living in an apartment. Because I feel like if you live at home, there's a lot of different experiences with how much did you have to help at home, how much did you work, how much time did you have for school, how much free time did you have, did you have two parents, one parent, no parent. This is obviously different, right? A lot of differences there already. So I don't want to judge that, obviously. But if you live on your own, you kind of have to do all of the stuff yourself, right? You have to clean, you have to do the laundry, you have to learn how to do basic repairs. At least I did that. If you want to, don't call anybody all the time for, repairing stuff. I also learned how to do basic sewing things. You know, like when your clothes are ripped off, have like a little, just little, what's it called? And then you sew it back together. And I also take pride in that. You know, I want to be able to do all of this on the base part. And if an expert is needed, I call my grandma, because she's the expert in sewing. And then it works. She works magic and everything is, works again. But I do also notice from friends I have, or friends of friends, not really my friends, that when I'm going with this typical, guy lived at home, didn't have to do as much, moves in with a girlfriend replaces mom, guy doesn't do anything. How? He never learned. He never had to. You know, he just goes into the same thing he had at home. So I'm a big advocate for taking responsibility, right? And I also think it's attractive, and it's the modern human to just be able to do all of this yourself. I'm not talking about being an expert or when you just cannot do this or when you don't like it. That's a different thing. But on a base level, I feel like on the base level, I want to be able to, live on my own and have the flat or the apartment not look like a minefield. So I always get a little, I don't know, I'm in between getting offended by these gender roles, even though they apply to me, right? I consider myself, I don't know what's the English word, cisgender male? I think this is the English, right? But yeah, more variety is always better, and let people live freely and decide freely who they want to be. It's an amazing thing. And so but also the thing I always took very, very early. I mean, it's a very maybe easy or maybe simple thing, but I feel like my observation or my perception of being a male changed simply by deciding in 6th, 7th grade to not care about anything and wear a pink shirt. It was back in the day, it was a little bit, tiny town, and it's already now, I don't know, 10, 15 years ago. And but then I always had a better time talking to girls, because I feel like I just portray or look into my emotions more since I've been in 6th or 7th grade. And I kind of want to call it like, I kind of strive to be a quote unquote modern man, whatever that means. It's a term I use for myself, which I would associate with openness, kindness, strength, but not from ignoring your problems, strength from working through them. A sense of calmness, and I think calmness comes from experience and from, experiencing all things, like sewing, like, I don't know, going to a yoga class, but also, I don't know, flying a helicopter. I mean, I never did that, but if I could, I would. Just all the different things, different sports, different activities. Just have the whole look at the whole spectrum and get an opinion on that, and or don't have an opinion. Also good these days to not have an opinion and to just be. Also one thing, like you see, it flew by again. The dishes when I'm with you guys. That's lovely. I also forgot about my dizziness. But there's one more thing. You know it from the other video. And I had a few friends over, like not at once, but over the span of a few days. And now I have this typical, it is a little big, but whatever. What do we drink when we watch football? And it's mostly alcohol-free stuff. It's actually exclusively alcohol-free stuff. But like I said, I don't like taking the bottles and bringing them to the grocery store to get the, I don't know. Germany it's called Pfand. You get money back. You pay more, but you also get money back when you bring them back. And that's what I have to do now. But I don't like to do, because since I'm a child, because I don't know, I have a big issue with, not a big issue, I have an issue with being in the way of someone, or taking too long, or I don't know, I don't want to bother anyone in a, it's not like I'm not worth it, I will bother people if it's needed, but I don't want to take longer than necessary. And I feel like when you put these bottles back and the thing is not working, and then everybody's waiting, and then you have to call somebody, and then they repair it, and then it's just, I don't know, it's for me, this is my social challenge. I know it may be weird, like in terms of what you think of me, and I'm very talkative and very, I learned to be outgoing, and I'm very happy, and I want to talk to, I'm going to talk to you when you see me, and I'm going to talk to you on a register if you're a nice person, but on the bottle thing, I don't know, it's just not my type of thing. So for now we just do the, maybe I tell you a little secret, let you know the little secret I have. You think, oh man, he has so many oats here. He's so prepared. Empty. Almost empty. I have this thing, I think this comes from the brotherly thing. When we were kids, it was done with milk. We always, and it's also here in my fridge. It's two, and you think, oh, he has two, and it's empty. And I don't know, somehow as a child, we always try to leave a little bit of milk in there so the other person has to throw it away. My brother doesn't live with me, there's no need to do this. I just tricked myself. Hooray. But that's why I also now take this opportunity to get rid of all of this. And now you think, oh, it's not that bad, it's only a few. Yeah. And that's a good week. Exposing myself here. But I feel like, if you talk about things you want to improve on, who can be upset about that, right? If you're just open about it and you want to improve it. Also, the thing is also, it's your apartment, right? Do whatever you feel like. Do what makes you feel comfortable, right? And I don't know, it's first world problems. I know, guys, I know. But we're here in my kitchen, where there is my kitchen problems. And I just don't like if you want to throw this away, right? First of all, if there is stuff in there, it's all on the ground, right? If a few oats that sometimes get loose, then it's on the ground. You have to sweep them up. Then there's always a little bit left. So you don't want to throw it away, so you kind of have to take the other thing, put it in there, and that is also annoying. And then, yeah, what can I say? I feel a little stupid talking about that because it's not a real issue, right? But I mean, now you know. Now you know. No, don't turn on coffee, thank you. Now you know. Then you have this. This is still for my birthday. I don't even, like I always say, I don't even drink alcohol. And it's just, I'm an efficiency human or guy, right? So whenever something like throwing away one piece of item takes 3 steps, it's just not the biggest motivation for me to do that, right? What can you say? But that's also the reason why I have you guys. So if you do it for a video, like I always said, it works wonders, right? Because then the efficiency thing, you know, is kind of on the opposite side, where yes, it takes more steps to do this, but I get 2 benefits from it. First, I get a cleaner kitchen, and second, content. That works wonders. So maybe that's the thing for you too. Just start a YouTube channel and take it as motivation to, you know, to do your things. I take this with me downstairs so I can put it in the trash. Put it in the trash. But yeah, lovely. How much recording time do I have left? 3 minutes? Come on, 3 minutes. Then I also then we do the whole package, right? It's a dishes and cleaning kitchen kind of a video. We're cleaning. It's not really cleaning. It's more like, what is in between cleaning? Oh, hi. What is in between cleaning and just doing one task? To my German people, aufräumen is the word I was looking for. Tidying up the space. I think cleaning has multiple purposes in English for that reason. So lovely. This has been here for probably well over a week. Feels good to have that solved out. And yeah, I mean, already over again. Thank you guys for watching. And now we both have a clean kitchen. I know, maybe you didn't do that on the side. Totally fine too. Thank you for watching. And we see each other, as always, next time.